Hello BZPower. This is ChocolateFrogs with a very exciting set review. Today I have a new Star Wars set from the Force Awakens movie. This is, as you can see, the Millennium Falcon, something I am very excited to finally get my hands on. It is set number 75105, has 1,329 pieces, and has quite a big box. So I am incredibly excited to have something like this on my hands. I don't usually get big sets, but I figured it's a Millennium Falcon. I gotta get it. As you can see from the front of the box, it's very flashy. We have Kylo Ren up in the corner with the Lego Star Wars logos up there, Disney logo down in the corner. We have a nice action shot of the Millennium Falcon with some bad guys chasing after it, shooting at it, and we have some of the good guys in the control seat, but it's not Han and Chewie. So, we haven't seen the movie yet, but this might give away a couple things about what is going to be on the screen soon. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minifigures if you count the non-pure minifigure droid types. So this is one of two sets that has BB-8, the new lovable droid, soccer ball droid. There's, of course, Han and Chewie and Finn and Rey. Rey also comes in her little speeder set there. And then the two bad guys. One is called the Kanji Club gang member, and the other one has the name of Tasu Leech. We'll get a closer look at those minifigs when we open up the box. Here we go to the back, and we have nice little details of inside the ship, just like some of the previous versions of the set. The top of the ship panels fold open, so you get a nice inside view, making it a great play set. Some details you can see already are the space chessboard on the side there, some engine things right there we've seen in previous sets. And then we have up top here a listing of all the cool weapons you can get, like Chewie's crossbow gun and some of the blasters. You see some action sequences here, such as Finn and Rey being positioned into the top, possibly to mount the turrets, just like Luke did in episode, in Star Wars. And then we have some more scenes, how they can fit into the cockpit there and play different things, do different things inside the ship itself. So lots of cool play features, and of course we'll see that once we build the set. So without further ado, let's open it up and see what's inside. All right, so for the parts, by the way, I should mention that you can see a full text review of this on BZPower.com. You can go there for all your Lego and Bionicle needs, all kinds of cool discussion and stuff. Please check that out. More details after the video. As for the pieces in the set, the biggest new ones are these 5. There's some new hair pieces, but I don't think there's really anything recolored, as far as I can tell. Nothing really stands out. Unless you really do want some more gray or some dark tan or some tan. It's got some nice pieces to it, but as far as like the new things, these are really what stands out. We have the cockpit here, nice and clear and detailed. That is printed on there, so that's a plus in my opinion. And then we get the other side in just gray. And then the front of the cockpit as well has some nice details on that. Of course, we have Chewbacca's gun, which is a new part for this, so that he actually is well equipped, unlike his previous sets, which just give him a crossbow. opposed to like a laser crossbow. And that can fire studs. I'll figure that out when I start building this. And then we have the space chessboard. And so this looks pretty cool. It's just like a disc with the pattern on there as opposed to the tiles we've got previously. And guess what? It's actually in the same mold as Captain America's shield, but in black and some printing on it. So that's really cool too. That's the gist of it. I will show off the minifigs later on. And with that, let's get building. And check it out. We have the fully built Millennium Falcon. It's a hunk of junk, right? Nah, it's a little more than that. It's a hunk of pieces, shall we say. Has the minifigs with it. Has its exterior, which has some asymmetry in how it is built, just to show the different decals and greebles that you would find on the Millennium Falcon. Up top here we have a turret mount, and underneath we have one too. We'll check that out. It's got a new radar dish, beacon, communications dish, what have you, over here, just like you see in the new movie trailer, which has full 360 rotating ability. We have the cockpit, more on that in a moment. Right here we have some flick fire missiles, the new types where you just press down, and it's really easy to fire. You just have to press right there and it fires it out. Oops, I have to find that one later. And it's a little odd having just the hollow hole there though, as far as aesthetics go. Nothing too big to worry about, I would say. Up front here, we of course have this slope, which is built with a couple beams and stuff. Let's turn it around a bit. You can see the nice curve of the Millennium Falcon, which we get through a couple builds with some hinge parts and stuff. More on that when we get to the inside. On the back, you'll find there is the engine bit. It's a little small, in my opinion. Very well could just be this size, and that's just fine. But I would expect a little bit more to the engine, in my opinion. It's got some nice snot builds, such as that right there. That just helps add to the feel, gets all the details just right. And let's see, underneath here, you'll see we have another turret. We have the legs, and then we have this little bit, which comes out, and I'll show you all about that later. That's an important feature. And right here, we have the drop-down hatch, so all the minifigures can climb on up, and then you'll see they climb on up right into there. So let's look on the inside here. You can fold it open, so you have a full play ability with the Millennium Falcon here. And so they climb on up through here, and they have inside some chairs, some boxes, space chess. There we go. You'll see the some of the engine pieces there are the purple bit now. I know they've used a sand, orange, Kurok Cal shield in the past, things like that. Over here we have just some tools and whatnot. And over here we have a chair with a screen. You can send communications and whatnot. And this is really cool. We have this turret pops open, and this piece slides out. And what you do with this is you can then put the minifigs on there. Here we go. Put Finn and Ray on there, and we can have them operate the turrets just like Luke and Han did in episode 4. So we'll see if that's a spoiler for what's gonna happen in the next movie. We'll find out soon enough, won't we? And then you just slide that back in there. Good to go. All right, that's pretty much the inside. The inside is pretty well detailed, in my opinion. I'm getting a kick out of that. These hatches opening up just like in the previous incarnations is fantastic, just for a full play value. It's pretty smooth for the most part. And there you go. I guess we should probably take a look at the minifigs, shouldn't we? Let's see who we have here. Alright, let's start with Chewbacca. Chewbacca here has his laser crossbow, and a little bit gray on some of the hairs, so he's aged a bit. The crossbow is really cool because you just fire that. There we go. And it's pretty powerful. And then you just slip it back in there and you're good to go. There we go. Yeah, you can't even see that. So he's really cool. There's a hairy printing on his legs, but other than that, nothing to worry about. We also have, of course, Han Solo. Trusty Han. He has a new jacket, some gray hair, of course. Still has his trusty gun. On the back, we get some more jacket printing. And then he also has a more, a little worried face right there. And let's see, up next is Rey. And Rey also comes in another set, a $20 speeder set of her very own. This is a different minifig mold than that. We of course have her hair also coming in that set. But here we have a silver blaster gun. I haven't seen that in that color before, so that's awesome. And outfit looks great. And then we have her face and another more serious kind of look on her face there. So that's pretty cool. And then we have Finn, who from the trailers is a runaway stormtrooper. So we are to understand. He's got a jacket though, for space travel and whatnot, I guess. Some detailing on the back. He has a new hairpiece. That's really cool. And got the serious face on one side and a more attack-ready face, gritted teeth on the other side. And then how can we forget about BB-8, the lovable android, lovable ball droid, soccer ball droid. He is 2 pieces. Okay, it's one part that can fit on any Lego studded surface. The other part, which is a new cone shape. Both these pieces are new. But this shape just fits right on top of his head. Works really well. And he also comes in the new X-Wing set. So you have 2 ways to get him. To add him to your collection next to your R2 units for sure. And then we have 2 thugs with the Millennium Falcon set. They're sort of chasing after it on the box art. What we start with is this guy. He has a small pistol. and some long hair. And let's see, has another gritted teeth look on the other side of his head, along with the just a serious look right up front there. And then some back printing, as well as some fantastic front printing on both his torso and legs. I'm getting a kick out of both of these figures. I think they'll be great for some alternate uses on some steampunk builds. This guy has an eye patch. He also has looks like some sort of towel or a handkerchief, some sort of bandana on his head. It's a great torso on the front and some printing on the back. So he's ready for whatever he encounters in the desert, along with his rifle there. No printing on the back of his head, probably because of the eye patch. Just makes it a little harder to cover that up, unlike the hair on other minifigs can do for multiple faces. So these characters, these minifigs interact really well with the Millennium Falcon. I showed you how you can put them in the hatch for the turrets, but then you can also toss them into the cockpit here. Let's put Chewie and Han at the controls. There we go. And then you just slide that on. It should work. Hang on, the box shows it. 2 people piloting this in the cockpit. So let's make that work. All right, maybe Chewie's a little too big. Let's add somebody else in there instead. There we go. All right, so then you slide that on. This is the hardest part, getting all 3 of these parts to line up and snap together. But there you go. Then there you have pilot and co-pilot in the cockpit there. And let's fold this open. We of course have space chest right there, so we can put. Let's have the. Can we have the android and Chewbacca, or the robot, the droid and Chewbacca? There we go. We can probably recreate a famous scene using the new guys. Haha. And then, of course, back here we have the other couches and stuff. And up front here we have the other controls, the TV screen, so they can send their messages and stuff. So yeah, lots of cool little places for the minifigs to hang out in here. Let's take these guys back out, and then just fold it back up. There we go. Between putting them in the cockpits and the turret mounts, space chests, playability, the flick fire missiles, those are probably the biggest play features of this. And then of course the fact that it opens up really allows you to admire all the little details they've put into this. I know what I need to show you guys. This perplexed me for quite a while, but you'll see over here, there is this red hatch, and you can lift that up, and you can hide things there. You can smuggle things. You can be stowaways, just like they did in the first movie as well. They hid under the floorboards so they could knock out the stormtroopers later on and infiltrate the base. And so the fact that's actual play feature, I think, is really cool. And it's a little hard to, the minifigs are a little hard to take out if you try to take them back out the way you put them in. So that's why down here, you have this part. See this part right here? You just slide that out, and there he is. And then you just slide that back in, and it stays put. So that was really cool. I thought that was a nifty innovation on Lego's part. I know I've seen some complaints online about, oh, it's another Millennium Falcon set. It looks just like the other ones. Like, well, I don't know about the other ones. It's been a while since we got another one, so it's probably not exactly like the past sets. And even if it is, this is like an opportunity for fans like me who couldn't afford one before to finally get our hands on a Millennium Falcon. And it just adds to all the Force Awakens hype. It's really cool. Let's see. Otherwise, I don't really have anything terrible to say about this. It might be a little pricey, of course, but that's kind of to be expected with a lot of these things. Something like this. But then again, I mean, you're not gonna expect to pay like $50 for something like this. So, yeah, that's about it. This is just it's a really neat set. I think it's worth the money. It's a Millennium Falcon set. It looks great. Like, what more do you expect? I suppose if Lego offered the Ultimate Collector Series Millennium Falcon again, that'd be cool. Don't know if I could afford it, but at least I definitely couldn't last time. So it'd be nice to have the opportunity, wouldn't it? But for what it is, this looks great. This is a fantastic set. I plan on putting it on my shelf and showing it off and showing off the play features and collecting the minifigs and seeing the movie. That's about it, I think. So thanks for watching. Be sure to visit the text review on BZPower. We'll have that, and some more pictures of this, some comparisons, some detailed photos of the minifigs. Check us out for all kinds of discussion, Lego news, Bionicle news, Star Wars stuff, whatever I feel like posting, whatever we all report on, whatever people talk about in the forums. Everyone's welcome. And then check us out on Twitter, BZPower on Twitter. Keep checking us out here on YouTube. And look out for some more reviews. We'll do all that good stuff. So this is ChocolateFrogs. Thanks for watching. We'll sign off later.